Muslimapur. First touch for goalkeeper and captain Amini. Didn't manage to find the net against a very stubborn Saudi Arabia side in their opening game, Iran. That game also played here in Cikarang. Kondanabelo. It's a nice flick from Sadi. Hint of a trip from Song Kum Song. It was Ruste, the player that went down. It's been a positive start in terms of possession by Iran. Jo Kwang Mong for DPL Korea, who tried to mount their first meaningful attack. Kim Yu-song just loses out once again. Agajanpur. Whereby Song Kum Song. Ryun Chol. Comfortably back to his goalkeeper by Agazi. Jakarta involved in hosting the Asian Games for the first time since 1962. First time that we've had joint cities as well. Palembang and Jakarta jointly hosting these games. Won by Agajanpur. Delphi. Took a touch off the defender, so it will be a corner to Iran. North Koreans always very well organised at the back. Very strong in terms of their defensive line. So they did concede the opening goal against Myanmar with a minute to go to half-time. Apart from that, they were pretty solid throughout with Kang Joo-hok, there the goalkeeper just behind them. So I'm sure that was meant to be headed back across the penalty area, but somewhat misplaced. Deep corner. That could have been headed back into the 6-yard box. Around the edge of the 6-yard box, it might have caused a little bit of danger there for Iran, but not to be. It's the 15th time overall that Iran have appeared at an Asian Games. It's only the 5th time as an under-23 since it switched to that mark in 2002. Ruste just manages to keep the ball in play, and Song-il wins it back, though, away by Jangkook Chol. Not very far. Medikani. Agajanpur trying to flick the ball down the line in the direction of Delphi. Wins his side a throw. We've seen too many goalkeepers clear the ball long in this competition. Most sides opting to play up for the back by their fullbacks or central defenders. Good ball down the line by Delphi. Good running as well by Azadi. It's a good-looking ball across. It was well covered by An Song-il. Agajianpour looking to get some distance on this throw. That's a foul throw, I think. His foot just crossed the line. You don't see too many foul throws given these days. I'm thinking a bid just to get that extra loft. His back foot just came up as he played that when he was through, when he was on the run, Agajianpour. Rion Chol. Gusto just fails to keep the ball in play. Not been the best of years for the North Korean side. They played in the AFC Under-23 Championships at the start of the year. Won their opening match against Thailand, but then drew with Palestine and lost to Japan, which saw them exit at the group stages. Foul by Kim Chol-bom. Five teams are through already to the round of 16. Palestine, Uzbekistan, China, Vietnam and Japan. Indonesia and the UAE are third in their groups but have 3 points, so that could well be enough to qualify them in that little mini league table of teams. All 6 third-place teams go into the table. The top 4 teams will go through. 3 points should be an adequate number, you would feel. Dangerous free kick here for Iran. It's all about the delivery from Ragazpour. Not a great delivery. Away by An Song-il. Arthur just helps it back to his goalkeeper. Still, we await the first clear-cut chance of the match. We're into the 9th minute. Medicani. Muslimipur. Delphi went down in a heap originally with a scream, but no free kick given. It was eventually given as a free kick to the North Koreans. Jangkook Chol will take this one. Well, it's just a little bit scrappy at the moment. Neither team able to really get the ball on the deck and play some passing football. Foul by Rion Chol, just been held off the ball by Kondanabelo. Rion Chol over the free kick, just taking a little bit of advice from the sidelines. Amini sorting out his defenders. Look how high they're defending Iran. Now they'll be forced to drop. Not a great delivery again, lacking the real quality it needed. Disappointing. Good movement by Azadi, but he just went a fraction too soon. The offside flag was up very quickly. Over on this near side, mentioned those under-18 AFC Championships in January. Iran failed to qualify this year, having reached the quarter-finals in Qatar in 2016. It was a big disappointment for them, not making the finals. Lost to China in one of their warm-up games. They played Iraq twice, winning one and losing once. Iraq not here this year. Song Kum Song. Good battle that between Azadi and Song. Free kick given away by the DPR Korea captain. They had a free kick from a similar position not too long ago and caused a few problems. It's again Razakpour that's over the ball. Pace on the delivery. If he can keep it well away from the goalkeeper, could be trouble for Korea. Comfortable header from Ryeon Chol. It's a poor ball, crossfield from Ryeon Chol. It's a thumbs up from An Song-gil, but he'd progressed down the line looking for one played more into his path rather than behind him. Iran have had the lion's share of the possession in the opening 13.5 minutes. As yet, they've not really done anything with it. Kondani Barlow. Agajanpour. Ghazi. Arta. Agajanpour. Zlatko Kranjčar came through the ranks at Dinamo Zagreb as a player. 261 league appearances for the first team. Played over 200 times for Rapid Vienna as well. Ended his career in Austria with St. Polten. Was actually Croatia's captain in their first ever international win. They split from the former Yugoslavia against the USA back in 1990. Good ball down the line by Mekindani. Azadi can't quite keep it in play though. Just needed to take a little bit off that Medicani. Azadi may just have injured himself as he went sliding. Just ended up on the red shale at the side of the pitch, just going over those cables, in fact, at the side of the pitch, which will come a little bit sharp. Plays for Terek Tasazi in Iran. Mohamed Azadi, side managed by the former Liverpool legend John Toshak, managing in Iran these days. Still goalless here then in the first of the second round of matches in Group F. Forward by Kim Kuk-bom. Kim Yu-song finds a little bit of space for the first time, but lacking that little bit of composure at the end. You've got Kim Jong-il in the centre. Opted to go for goal himself. Oh, was asking questions of... We're asking the question why from that sort of angle he would have tried the shot. He's well wide of the target, as you can see. Azadi. Nicely played back inside, a little bit of space, but the shot comfortably gathered by Kang Joo-hock. First time Iran have really opened up their career defence. Ruste. Good footwork, made a little bit of space for himself, but went for the low shot, which was comfortably saved by the goalkeeper. Amir Ruste with Iran's first chance, so a couple of chances for both teams at either end. Here's Kangkuk Chol. Medikani was the man backtracking to concede the corner. The DPR career's first corner of the game. In swing of this one in towards Amini. Evades everybody in the centre. Back in by An Song-il. Ghazi. Arta. They combine very well, the two Iranian centre-backs. We talked a lot in this competition, as in a lot of not just full World Cups but junior competitions of late, how important it is to have ball-playing defenders these days. Gone are the days where you just needed someone who could head the ball a long way or kick it a long way. Long-range shot from Agashianpour is well over the top. Yeah, very much the emphasis on playing out from the back these days and keeping possession of the football. Also talked a lot about goalkeepers as well, having to be good on the deck, which can often be problematic. We've seen defenders and goalkeepers caught in possession in this competition. Agashianpour then well over the top. It's a poor goal kick. Turned by Azadi. Ruste just keeps the ball in play. Almost lost his footing. Good run along the goal line. Takes a tumble. Referee was well placed. Only gives a corner. Ruste claiming he should have had a penalty. The referee had a fairly good view of that. He had hold of his shirt, but definitely touched An Song-il last. There's the shirt tug. Well, there's an argument that you can't raise your arms. You might be a little fortunate there, An Song-il. Over comes the corner. It's An Song-il with a header. Kim Jong-il. Agashianpour. Bello. He's added a little bit of an extra dimension to Iran's play in this game. They didn't have that ball player in front of the back four in the opening match. Bello coming in and taking that role, acting as a sort of pivotal figure in midfield, really. That's a poor ball. Rion Chol. Rion Chol. Kim Chol Bom. Good challenge by Gajanpur. Took that one nice and cleanly. Again, there's claims for a foul. Kim Kuk Bom with a slightly overzealous challenge. The ball is too far ahead of Kim Yong-il. Well, the pace of the game has just started to pick up a little over the last few minutes. It sort of laboured by a little for the first 22 minutes or so. All of a sudden, both teams realising that a point really won't be good enough in the grand scheme of things. A point at 3 points probably would put them through, so won't want to go down to the last game. Iran will play Myanmar in 4 days' time, while DPR Korea take on Saudi Arabia. Bello. Arta. Medicani goes down claiming a foul again. Nothing given. Obviously the attendance is a fairly sparse here, but the plus side of that is you can hear every appeal from the benches down below. The Iranian staff are up there feeling they should have had a couple of fouls in the last few minutes, but nothing has been given by the referee, who's allowed the game to flow in the last few minutes after being a little bit stop-start in the early stages. Azadi. Nice touch on that, keeps the ball in play. I have to say, Azadi does look at times like he does have a little bit of quality about him. He's got a good touch for a big striker. Here he is again on the ball. It's all a little bit tight on the edge of the box, though. Bello trying to stab it forward. Azadi gets there again and cleverly plays the ball out into a little bit of clear space. Gajanpur. Too high for Azadi. Kim Yong-il. Well read by Muslimipur. Azadi's offside. It's possibly one thing, and he just needs to improve in his game, keeping an eye on that last defender. Certainly, it's a good shot window, the Asian Games. Most of the players involved in the tournament play in their own countries. It's very rare to find foreign-based players. Azadi, one of those, as we say, playing with Terektor, who are regulars in the AFC Cup. I'm sure scouts from around some of the leagues in Europe will be watching on, hoping to pick up maybe a star of the future. Asia is such an untapped resource, of course, such a massive country in terms of population. And this is a good opportunity for some of these younger players to really put themselves on the map if they have got a little bit of talent about them. And I say Azadi certainly fits into that category. Bello. Gajanpur. Ghazi. Rustai. Iran continue to threaten without creating any clear-cut opportunities. Medikani trying to burst through. Good challenge by An Song-il. Haven't seen much from the North Koreans as yet. They've given the ball away cheaply here. Delphi. Gajinpur. Away by Song Kum Song. Well, hits Azadi. The flag stays down. And Razakpur, who got the deflection into the path of Rustai. And Iran take the lead. Kang Joo-hok beaten. Once again, DPR Korea find themselves behind. Iran get their first goal of the tournament. Wasn't too sure whether that ball, when it hit Azadi, whether he was in an offside position. I think he was just onside. It was Razakpur that hit the shot, deflected into the path of Rustai. And despite the reactions of the goalkeeper racing off his line, Kang, he was well beaten by the finish. And Iran lead here by a goal to nil. First goal of the tournament for Zlatko Kranjčar to celebrate. And Amir Rustai gets his first goal of the tournament. It took a 60th minute equaliser from Jangkook Chol to rescue a point for DPR Korea last time out. And they're going to have to come from behind again. Disappointed 4 years ago, Iran, when they were beaten heavily by Vietnam in their opening game 4-1. A draw with Kyrgyzstan, not good enough to see them through. Victory here could well be. Rustai tussling away in midfield, having just scored the goal. There's a player down injured here, so the Iranians can come across and take on some water. Yeah, Rustai, I think, just got caught on the inside of the thigh in that challenge. Looks like he's not going to need any treatment. The main thing now for Zlatko Kranjčar's side is that his side don't concede quickly. It can often be the case when you've just scored a goal. There's that old adage that you're always at your most vulnerable. Rustai will be okay to continue. Just over a quarter of an hour to go to half-time, then Iran have got themselves in front. There's a Gajinpur. A Ghazi. Ghazi. Muslimipur. Iran coming forward again. A little bit of confidence by that goal. A foul on Razakpour. Look of amazement on the face of Kim Kuk-bom that free kick was given, but not going to change the referee's decision. Razakpour over the free kick, went for goal, but always going across the face of goal. Driven through a crowd of players once again, saved by Amini. Hasn't had too many saves to make. Long ball over the top, but again, always hopeful that Kim Jong-il would have got anywhere near that. Kang Kuk-chol. Bit of urgency about Kang Kuk-chol trying to take the throw. DPR Korea would like to get themselves back into this before half-time if they could. They didn't score until the second half against Myanmar. We're in a group of 3 teams last year, won both their opening group games, the North Koreans against China and Pakistan. Saw off Indonesia in the round of 16. UAE in the quarter-finals and Iraq in the semis before losing out to the South Koreans 1-0 after extra time. It was a really close-fought game, 0-0 after 90 minutes. South Koreans coming up with a goal in added time, in extra time rather. In fact, the only time that the North Koreans have lost a group game in the Asian Games was back in 2002 in Busan when they reached the quarter-finals. They lost 2-0 to Kuwait in their final group match. And they find themselves trailing here to the 4-time winners Iran. 1-0 the score, and we've got 9 minutes to go to half-time. There's Azadi that just got caught. Oh, heavy challenge on the side of the head from Song Kum Song. Here's a look at the goal again. Razak Paul with a shot that deflected off his own player Azadi. Fell perfectly into the path of Ruste. There was a hint of offside, but when we saw the replay, he was onside. You can see the captain there, Som Kung Song, just looking along at the assistant referee, but the flag stayed down. Azadi was level with the last defender. And the Iranians off the mark in the tournament. Look fairly composed on the ball in this first half as well. They've not been hurried, particularly the back four. We talked earlier on about playing the ball out from the back, and they've done that pretty competently so far. So Gaziantep. Delphi goes down. We'll take the free kick. Youngest member of the squad, Yunus Delphi. Played in the Under-17 World Cup in India last October. A tricky character, won a couple of penalties for the team in that competition. Good ball through, he's almost found a way through to Delphi. Kang Shu Hock managed to gather. Good vision though, good movement by the youngster. Just off the ball there, trying to nip him behind the captain, Song Kum Song. Kim Yu-sung given away again. Delphi challenged by Kim Chol-bom. It's all a little bit tight through midfield at the moment, not too much space to spare. Long ball finds Ruste in a little bit of clear pitch over on that far side. Muslimapur goes outside him. Ruste into the penalty area, three defenders around him. Just lost his footing, and Song-il plays the ball away off the Iranian for a throw. The notable absentees in this competition this year, India, who were refused permission by their Olympic Committee to travel. Felt they didn't have much chance of a medal, despite the fact that they've just gone up another place in the new FIFA rankings. They're inside the top 100 now. Tajikistan, the Maldives, Yemen and Lebanon also missing, as are Iraq. The winner of this group, by the way, would play either South Korea, Malaysia, Kyrgyzstan or Bahrain in the next round. It's more likely to be one of South Korea and Malaysia. Kyrgyzstan and Bahrain could still make it into second place, but the other two teams are just a little bit stronger in that group. The runner-up in Group F will play either Thailand, Bangladesh or Qatar, with Uzbekistan already winning the group. You definitely feel that South Korea are ones to be avoided. Muslimipur, Medikani. Arta. Kim Chol bomb. Fugazi taking no chances, kept in play by Agajianpour, and eventually has to concede the throw. Good pressuring from Kang Kuk Chol. Rion Chol feeling the full weight of Medicani's challenge, so it will be a free kick to DPR Korea. Straight through the back of the ankle. Oof. Very late on the challenge. Yellow card for Medicani. So first yellow card of the game. Rion Chol with a free kick. Two players queuing up. Oh, neither have been able to take advantage. Jo Kyang Myong with a shot across the face of goal. Great opportunity right on the stroke of half-time for DPR Korea to get back into it. Just unsighted by his own player, really. Kim Yu-sung initially. No injury here to Jang Kuk Chol, one of the overage players in the Korean lineup. Made 33 appearances for the full DPR Korea side. He just landed awkwardly, I think. Yeah, just lost his footing as he landed there. Just maybe twisted the back of the leg. It's a corner to defend though now for Iran. And by Jo Kyung Mong. Oh, the header at the near post, a great chance. And it's not been taken by Kim Yong-il. It's got a too firm a connection on it, really. Just need to try and glance it almost into that corner. Did have a man on the post, Moslemipur. Minute to be added at the end of the first half. Rion Chol. Kim Kuk bomb. It's given away cheaply. Medicani. Song Kum Song's header. Well, that clearance out of play is the final action of the first half. It was a first half that improved as the game went on, really. It took a while to get going. Iran have worked extremely hard and have technically looked the better of the two teams in that first half. There's the man who scored the goal, Rustai, after the deflection of his own player Azadi into his path. He just got there before Kang Joo-hok, the DPR Korea goalkeeper. And Iran, who drew their opening game 0-0, have got their first game of the goal of the tournament. And they have a slender advantage here at half-time in the second group game. It's Iran 1, DPR Korea 0 at half-time.